Today on Star Time, we chat to one of South Africa's inspiring individuals. He was born and raised in Zola, Soweto, and he is from a family of 3. Soon after completing his matric at Jabulani Technical High School, he got his big break in Yizo Yizo 2 as the notorious Papa Action. He later pursued his talent as a musician, and he has recorded 4 albums which have landed him many awards. He now goes out of his way to ensure that people's dreams do come true. So let's go find out more about Bonginkosi Dlamini, also known as Zola.
Star Time, getting to know the person behind the name.
Today I'm not chilling alone, I'm chilling with none other than Zola. What about Fethu?
So kanye ngongibiza ngoZola.
Ngiyaxolisa ke babonkosi.
Le ihlala ikasi la mama mangekho uhlala ugadu mama mfana kungenzeki inyaka lapho. U grand.
For sure. Namhlanje bro wami ngizokubuza imibuzo nyana ebalulekile kakhulu towards isigela and everything. I'd like you to please tell me where did you go to school?
Vayike lezi papla ngiqale busisiwe mina. Zola 2 ngasuke busisiwe, unfortunately bosibekliwa ngama 80s ngavaya ngaye KZN. Now kwaZulu ngageleza eGreytown, ngasuka lapho ngayogeleza eNewcastle. Suke eNewcastle ngabuya ngayogeleza eZola High, eZola 2 ngasuke eZola ngavaya ngayogeleza eJabulani Tech. And there was about 6 months that I spent trying to study as well area shuma emletsana Protea.
Yabo. Ngicela ungitshele bhuti wami, what do you think about the educational system in South Africa?
I think educational system is doing good, but it needs some improvement. I've been to indawo whereby uthola ingcwesi sifundele emikhukhwini yakho community. Izikhelezela phansi kweyihlahla. And if we can build about how train, I'm sure that we can afford to build a primary school as well, for early child education uthi be proper, because it does not make sense with everything it developed by government money, but yet people fail to build a goal. But besides that, we cannot just blame the government to pay. We can also praise them, Labi, they do good things. I've seen effectiveness here online. I've seen very good schools being improved by government. And besides that, I've seen our companies and read donating to our project for abantwana. So it's not going to take the government alone. We can blame the government forever. But it's going to take the government. It's going to take the citizens. It's going to take the corporate world to join in. And most of all, it's going to take umntwana scholar to want to go to school.
If you were to be given a chance, you would change it for a month, ube a Minister of Education. What is it that you would change? Like seriously change?
I'd make it illegal for a teacher to be late or not show up at school without the explanation. I'd make it illegal for umntwana ukuthi adodge isikolo. Okay? I'd build schools like you can. I'd blow that entire budget and build ikolo. But I'll do something even more interesting, Playam. I'm a university as a South Africa. Wonka sema suburbs. Do you know why? That's because they were built during apartheid. Those varsities were built for white kids. Now you get a lot of black kids coming from rural areas having to come by ufunde Vetsteg naserao. Why ama-varsity anjalo angekho emakasi labo labaphuma khona emaplazini? Why kungena rawo eSoweto? Why kungena rawo eGugulethu? Ngithola, that's what I would do with the money mina playa. And another thing that I would do, and I always fantasize about it, I know maybe the government will take it serious, I would bring back the military schools.
Why do you think military schools are very necessary at this point?
Because I do not believe ukuthatha intwana encane na 14 ngiyoyivalela eSun City. I would send him to a military school for the rest of his high school days. He would walk, think, and talk like a soldier, and he would get that metric. Instead, we would hire juvenile. Juvenile would not exist. I would send them to a military school where studying is not by choice. It's compulsory. You have offended the state, you will go to school. They would dress like soldiers. They would have a badge. They would salute to the flag. I would change them from being little criminals to be officers and gentlemen. That's what I would do.
Last but not least, bro, can you share a bit of words for youth out there and just give them words of advice and wisdom? Yes, sure they definitely need it, bro.
I think the first advice kubantwana abancane ukuthi stop judging. Nokuze umntana omncane mangidlula estradini akhuluma into enkulu kunaye. Enakangazi enangimazi, I'm sure yizo jardin kubo. Ngithola. 2, kunabantwana la ngaphandle abanezicathulo edabukile. Awuna right ukumhleka mangabe umntwana ophuma endlini erish. But ningaqoqana ezabantwana base high school nikoleka amashumi nambe niyothenga lo mntwana icathulo as a schoolmate yenu nimbhayele nejezi. Abantwana need to be responsible from esikele. Bake cookies niwabhayise esikele nithengele usibusiso lo iclassmate yenu icathulo because unisiza ngehomework anyway uyanigubhela nonke enclassini instead of laughing at him. Yangithola. And kunabantwana abaphuma emakhaya rough playa amikhukhwini thothi by 18 kunabantwana abaphuma kuma RDP house kunabantwana abaphuma esidakaneni playa la ubaba nomama bonke endlini bayabushosha. Abantwana abanjalo I'm asking them to be strong. Sometimes being strong means you have to leave home. But sometimes leaving home means you have to come to a place like Mdeni Children's Home. You have to contact a social worker. Khuluma nothishera. Even iBhayibheli liyasho ukuthi uma bomndeni wakho bekuhlukanisa nami bashiye. But follow the right channels and save yourself. You know, those things happen usually mase last resort. Umntwana mase kathathwa ama social worker. So kahlala kuma home. But those things sometimes are necessary. Our makhelwane they must also participate in watching each other ukuthi kwenzekani yabona. But as umntwana omncane mina ukhule ngama 80s. I think the biggest poverty we had bokucindezelwa amabhunu. Manje plum sicindezelwe icrime. Sicindezelwe ingculazi ethatha ama parents ekuqala. Uhamba uyohlala kumalume no auntie, thatha uauntie nomalume. Uhamba uyohlala kugogo, ugogo uyazigulela ugogo ashona. Yangithola umntana agcina sekasawa sekunocindezelwa olubhaya manje playa. These things gonna take us ukuthi sibe combined, but the South African youth noma ngabe ukubheda kanjani la ukhona, stay strong. And this is how I used to treat isikolo mina playa. Isikele kimi was an excuse to get out of the house. Vaya ngiyobloma fair for 7 hours. Sure. So consider isikele as an excuse to leave ama troubles zakho for that 7 hours every day. Uyesikele and empower yourself. Kelezi, yabona. Education in this country up to high school is free. Meaning you can actually get a chance ukuphuma emkhukhwini gini ube yi-engineer ubuye uzothatha umama wakho umbhayile idladla somewhere like I did. Angithi inkaza nathi sayifunda ku standard 7 because besifuna ukubelong besibhemiswa abafana abadala kunathi. Ngiyangithola nensango futhi kwabayilo umshubo loyo. Phuma la. Silonga inhliziyo yakhe ikutshela ukuthi lo wrong qhela kuye.
Well, there you have it from Zola himself. And thanks for joining me again for Star Time Machimos.
Twana sikashi la.
Ngakhohle ukuthi wena qhutshekwe kufunde let's go to YouTube bafethu.